So there's the default utility. You have the breach stun with the fade eye, the neon sliding out, but this is way more paced from 100 Thieves.
Absolutely right.
Careful there.
Noswer, the only one close by, playing up in heaven. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves have taken the entirety of the site and have committed to the plant.
Proactive stun and omen flash into heaven here, but no utility used or bodies found from the side of MIBR. And here comes the retake.
With Asuna waiting on the wings, you see again more of that utility coming through. Asuna getting two. Almost replicating our team's performance in the previous round. It's a big advantage here for the attacking side.
Yeah, but Cortezia, this young gun, he looks so good in the offseason. He's very solid. I know we talked a lot about the other players on the team, but
here for the attacking
he's in the server. His mechanical skill is so good. It's NZR getting two.
Yeah, his mechanical skill is no good there. Noswer with too many targets to choose from. Not enough bullets to deliver him, and the pistol goes the way of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, Shinam, he even picked up the kill on the Asuna, but it wasn't enough. 100 Thieves, way more decisive this time around. That proactivity into heaven, they just have so much more utility to blow. He even picked up the kill on the Asuna and everything, but it wasn't enough. Asuna was getting shaky on it again in heaven there. Taking out Ospas, running through that smoke. And so 100 Thieves, they live a retake this time around, maybe understanding where some of that utility is going to flood in from on that A side.
A notable investment on the side of the attack, a Bulldog, a couple of Vandals. These can sometimes be dangerous moments. You invest into this heavier artillery, you don't want to give it over.
No, not at all, but you do have a lot of players on light armor, so that Sheriff can one-shot you from across the map. But I like this setup already. Boostio holding the stunner, a flash out off the contact of Cryo. In that A main, it is the stun. So if Ospas decides to peek out even an inch, a little too far, he will be punished for it.
Yeah, a little game of chicken here. Who's going to be the first to make a move? It's actually Cryo. Takes a slight step to the left, spots an elbow, deals some damage, but now they move forward, now they accelerate.
Oh, they get out the missiles as well. A very poised approach from 100 Thieves, very methodical.
And this is pretty late into the round, so if that was, and normally we'd be talking about the next cycle of those missiles coming back up, but and depending on how the rest of the round goes, that might not be a factor.
Yeah, but they are running into the stack here, Doug. MIBR have a read onto this.
Paranoia used out, Asuna dashing across. That stinger still hurts.
And the stun to follow up as well.
Comfort for 100 Thieves, comfort for Asuna.
Spike planted.
And it seems like it's going to be a pretty decisive round, just two remaining for the defense.
Yeah, and even last year, the name of the game for 100 Thieves was comfort. Just playing their own strats, not really thinking about what the other team is doing too much, just playing our own game. That's what led to that Shanghai run. They made it so deep with the IGLing of Boostio.
With a fresh start, and again, a new addition to the squad. 100 Thieves will venture forth and see if they can do the same thing, see if they can replicate that success. On the side of MIBR, you've got light armor across the board. And an ult for Asuna in round 3.
Keep in mind, the ult changes. Doesn't last as long anymore, so you actually have to be very, very decisive on where you're going with it.
Yeah, it takes a lot more thought, much more intentional.
He does still have a Phantom to use. The perfect gun for that slide. Use that little stealth bot, getting some info. Right now, from the side of MIBR, they've seen the same thing as last round. A Cloven A main. That's it. See mound control as well.
They're starting to rotate back that way.
Yeah, the thing is, the defense is so spread thin right now. There is proactivity looking to be made towards A main, but the forefront of the fight is going to be at C. And they're going to have to leave this site. There's going to be too much utility here to deal with.
Well, you're starting to see some of the rotations come through, and that piece of utility being one of them. The stun from Noswer. Got a little bit more help. Asuna has popped the ult. Again, you see the stuns coming through. The finger guns out. It's by committee as 100 Thieves crack the site wide open, get everything they want and then some.
It was perfect. It was beautiful. Dodging the breach stun, dodging the omen flash. No utility getting value from the side of MIBR. And then the explosiveness from the side of 100 Thieves with that neon ultimate. just jumping around the actual site, smothering MIBR.
We talked about how they were pretty light on the site, and you know they were only 2. Maybe the reinforcements will come over in time, but none of that seemed to matter.
Yeah, they tried. MIBR tried to flood out. The Breach playing on B, I see what they're trying to do. He can stun the A line. He can stun the C line.
Right.
But if 100 Thieves just wait out your utility, now again, they just go full force with theirs, and you just lose. Quick maths.
It's interesting to see the difference in approach, too. You think about the first pistol, which was a little bit more cautious, and maybe it was because of whatever connectivity issues were happening, but I think since then we've seen pace on the pistol towards A, pace towards C. Once they decide they know where they want to go, they're sending it, which is really what this comp was built to do.
Yeah. Even that stun, that rollout stun, that Asuna mid right there, that is so clean.
See how we got my ult?
He's feeling it, man. I mean, listen, he can play Neon for me any day if he's going to be vibing like that.
Yeah, he seems like he's having a good time. For good reason.
This time it's going to be Aspas over towards this C mound area. First time this entire map that he's done this. Fault line not used towards A main either. There's just so much utility from the side of 100 Thieves to methodically take this space, but I was about to say, is Aspas going to win the head-to-head against Asuna, and he doesn't, he falls.
No, cheeky little attempt at catching him off guard.
He's got to try for something, right? He's the only rifle on the board.
Yeah. You want to set up your SARs in situations like that. And they just weren't able to net any success. So now you've got the 4 sheriffs that remain to try to keep back this unrelenting pace from 100 Thieves that we've seen.
Asuna with the jump shot as well.
Getting plucked out of the sky. Still just sheriffs. The scraps that they've been asked to
30 seconds left.
find success with have really just kind of fallen apart as well.
Yeah, 100 Thieves are looking so strong at this attacking side.
Spike plant.
They've been so decisive. The pacing has been perfect. I mean, the way that they're changing it. Aggressiveness in the beginning, then they freeze. If they get a pick, then they freeze again. Then they explode on the site with their rechargeables back up. Asuna is now getting his jump kills again. These are scary things to deal with if you're MIBR.
Young Gun not able, the Young Gun not able to find any success there as 100 Thieves get their 4th. You got Boostio 2 points away from his ult.
And I think what made it obvious that maybe there was somebody fighting around that C mound area was that breach stun not coming out towards A main like it has been before for MIBR. Maybe they need to try to feint a little bit better for Aspas to get a little bit more aggressive.
We'll have the tools for it. This is not a replay. This is a timeout. As MIBR calls an early one right before starting the 5th round of the half. Again, they haven't seen very much as far as gun rounds go, but the little that they have seen has just kind of left more questions than answers.
Yeah, and this is the perfect timeout for MIBR. You have to stop the bleeding now. If not now, then it's going to be too late for you because, especially with this comp that you're running for MIBR on the attacking side is where it's going to be the strongest, right? You're going to have very strong executes. You're going to guarantee some sites, but you need to win rounds on the defense to give yourself a chance.
Right, yeah. Just be within striking reach as you get to halftime, and maybe there's a conversation to be had on the other side of it.
Anything. You got to scrape by with anything.
They're also, you know, we were talking about some of the old situations on the side of 100 Thieves as Boostio was pretty close to theirs, but if memory serves me right for MIBR, they're pretty close to having a couple considerable ones of their own. Yeah, you see it there. Nazar's 1 away, Aspas 2 away. You know, maybe they build a plan around that.
Yeah, Shinam also 1 off of that Omen ultimate for quick rotate. But here we go. Yeah, here's the change. It's going to be an A fight.
It's a stack from both sides. You've got the fault line set up. Immediately used. It's fire against fire. And again, it seems to be going the way of 100 Thieves. Asuna settling the shots for a 2nd kill. They have to give the space up.
Just bullying MIBR. Asuna, he dodged every single bit of utility. That's why he's running the Neon, Doug. Forget that it's nerfed. He can still sprint around like a madman and dodge util left and right.
Careful there.
MIBR, they need a miracle into this round. It's a 5v3. Cortesia, he's so far away right now. And Cryo's gonna pick off Artsy.
And that's one kill found on EU. That's another.
Oh, Reach Alt invested into this round. The time is already really low.
What in the world is this? They're fully committing onto all this. They're investing as heavily as they can, and it might just work out.
He's got a stick.
Lucio still playing backside. He's going to get first, and Oz with just a sitting duck on the swing. He's going to get the kill. Is he going to be able to get the defuse? Austin is on the swing. He drops him. Oh, an ill-advised investment. And another round for 100 Thieves.
Asuna closes out the round, but he started it off great as well, dodging all that utility that I was talking about. And yeah, it was a stack from MIBR. They even had the fault line going diagonal, trying to get just him, but it wasn't enough. Asuna's rollout on that Neon was too strong, it was too good, and MIBR now are too broke to afford a lot of rifles into this round.
Again, you commend the fact that you have to try something, and you're playing on a knife's edge there.
Yeah. This time.
That's just a tough situation. This time, MIBR very effortlessly winning the A main fight, and that's because the team didn't really want to fight for it themselves.
Yeah.
Much more interested in what's happening on the C side of the map.
I think Boostio is having a great understanding of how MIBR have been approaching these rounds. I feel like he's reading MIBR like a book right now. Little tap of the door to clear out all of front feed. Info now gathered from the side of 100 Thieves. Boostio understands that Tejo is front feed. Asuna is just baiting out a lot of utility. EU somehow is finding a pick on the top site. Doug, it's madness.
I mean, he goes through all of that unpunished.
Yeah. Did he even take any damage? Okay, he barely took damage.
Bit, yeah. I mean, the alarm bot is still there. They're going to rotate back towards A, but keep a close eye on Xenon. Off the paranoia, already down to 52 HP, stunned.
And dunked on.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Great response, but this tit for tat just really isn't going to be enough. They've got to find a way to get a meaningful advantage, and they have finally found that.
Boostio, he's going to have to do the world right now. He's so low. So much utility just being blown at him right now.
Yeah, he's just not allowed to play the
10
game.
seconds left.
There's still a fault line up. There's still a flash up. Top of the door.
Death cometh for us all. Boostio falls as MIBR are finally on the board.
Yeah, and winning eco rounds like this could be what MIBR needs to swing this back into their favor a little bit. Gives you a little bit of momentum. If you can do it with sheriffs, surely you can do it with rifles. He's going in. Hope everybody out there heard him. But again, nice shots from the sheriff across the board, but it's Artsy that started it off. All these headshots he's been getting.
Wow.
One enemy.
Nice round, guys.
There it is. Getting the dap up from Osboss as well.
Back towards A we go. Again, all here with the exception of one. Rockets traded, kills found on either side, and now the ult used.
But EU has been so good at getting the trades here. Osboss, a lot of pre-firing going on. They know he's here. Cryo takes him out.
Osboss again, silenced. The two remaining members of MIBR are going to get chased all the way into the site, all the way out of this round.
100 Thieves are like sharks. After they get a couple kills, they just smell blood in the water. They just go straight full W mode at them.
That's a really good way to put the way they've been playing.
They
Sharks,
don't care.
you're right.
They do not care. The confidence that this team has right now, it's something that has kind of been a thorn into them in the past. But with Boostio coming into this team, even last year, we got to see, you know, a lot more gravitas out of these players, these star players that we all know.
And now we get to wait for a little bit again.
Yeah. Star of the show again. It's been Asuna and following him up, EU, on those A fights. Asuna still dodging all the utility, sneaking right past it. The answer this time around, yeah, it was the rocket from Ospas, but the trades are not going in their favor. With EU behind Asuna, he's able to get another. No aggressive fights have really gone the way of MIBR.
Nope. In fact, if memory serves me right, the only A main fight that they've won was the one that 100 Thieves chose not to take. It's been tough sledding for him, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to get any easier. Take a look at the ult situation for the attacking side. The rich get richer.
This is very tough. Cryo can be an entry now that he has that Glove ultimate.
That's a good stun. Asuna on the dash with a satchel in his face. He does not give a damn.
This is just a bloodbath right now. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's over, but it's really feeling like it is.
I thought Neon got nerfed.
Yeah, right?
Are we playing on the old patch? What's going on here?
Still making it look amazing. I mean, when you have all that set utility to back you up, though, it's okay. We haven't seen any funky, stun kills so far from the side of MIBR. The RNG just not going in their favor.
Well, I think it's more than just RNG not going in their favor. And the problem is, we talked at the beginning of the round of how they have a lot of ultimates that they're going to be able to use for 100 Thieves, and how it seems like not only do they have that advantage, but they have everything else going on. They didn't invest any of them.
Yeah. All they invested was a Neon slide and a breach stun. Are you kidding me?
All it takes to win the rounds these days for 100 Thieves, I guess.
In MIBR, they're trying to change things up. They're doing different type of setups, different type of looks. But it's just so hard to go aggressive against this composition for Ospas.
I think my bigger concern here is they've already called a timeout once.
Yeah, do you blow a second one?
Yeah, do you burn the second one in the first half?
I don't know. It's kind of like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't moment. I mean, those kills just look effortless. You whiff one shot, you got a Prowler coming at you, a stun. And then that man on the screen. I think MIBR need to start getting a little bit more aggressive in the mid-round. Not trying to go for early fights because they just don't have the utility to back them up. Maybe now they do with the breach here.
We've seen this round before. It's almost the exact same outcome, but this time, finally, maybe some signs of hope.
But even so, with all that utility invested, it's still a 2 for 2. That favors the attacking side. It's a 3v2 on the actual site here. Contact being made.
That's a very nice shot.
Very nice breach ultimate as well from Boostio. Cortesia, he's been kind of quiet, but he's kind of been playing retake simulator. Little tap of the spike from Boosty.
This is not a done deal here. EU's weak, they've got the spike down. What utility do they have? Nazar has a little bit, but he's only got a Sheriff. Can they find a space to get out onto the site? A difficult task in a situation like this, but it has to be converted. And Cortesia will deliver for MIBR.
Yeah, Cortesia stepping up. This is the stuff that he was doing in the off-season tournament. He looked very solid. Maybe just needs a little bit more time to warm up here. It is the first match of VCT for him. Yeah, sitting at 3 and 6, but those 2 kills will get him that Killjoy ultimate online. Get the replay on that. Some nice flicks being made here. Yeah, he whipped that first, but he settles onto Boostio there. What nice flicks from the young gun.
Yeah, very well done.
Armageddon available. Lockdown available. More C-mound action here, but Boostio has a read onto this, understanding that it's probably a fighting squad towards C because of all this space gathered towards A. So Cryo, this time around, playing a little bit more aggressive towards that A side of the map.
It feels like Boostio is a step ahead.
Yeah.
In every round. Just when MIBR might have an understanding of what they're going to try to do, they're gone.
Initial contact from Cryo. Cortesia is gone now. Oh, what is that follow-up, Doug?
We haven't even talked about the cryo clove.
What was that?
It's murder again.
Oh, he wants more too. Is he gonna pop the ult? He does.
He is. He's got the guns for it. Osmer waiting on the other side, tries to clean him up, gets the assist. The kill goes through for Austin and the round for 100 Thieves.
But again, just bullying the opposition.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 Thieves, they get the contact kill from Cryo, and then it's full steam forward once more. All 5 members already there. And you're right, 1 step ahead, 2 steps ahead. They're just running it down at this point. Oh, Ospas even threw the satchel out of there, trying to get a little boop on the person while he dropped, but it's not enough. And it really has been a team effort across the board from 100 Thieves. Yeah, Asuna, he's been the forefront. He's gotten a lot of the first kills. But everyone on 100 Thieves right now is playing so disciplined at the right moments and then aggressive at the right moments as well.
You know, for all the doom and gloom that we've painted, though, MIBR getting to 4 is this salvageable. It's not all lost. I don't know if that's cope or hope. It might be.
I'm not sure either, but for the first time, MIBR aren't really taking a first fight. They're going to opt to play retake on C.
I mean, they have the utility. They have the ults to do that. You're right.
Yeah, and maybe... Oh, wait, Doug. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no, what happened, Doug? What happened? Where'd you go?
There's another tech pause.
If you guys can't tell, no one's moving on either side right now.
You know, maybe that explains why MIBR wasn't interested in doing a
damn thing.
Yeah.
But you know
I
what?
like what we've started here. This is good. We should continue this.
The crazy thing is, I'm like analyzing it. I'm like, oh yeah,
finally, it's different.
They're gonna play retake.
Yep.
They're gonna use their utility and retake the site. Nope. They just couldn't play the game.
I mean, low-key, we both bought into it too.
Damn.
Yeah, look at their ults. Their ults are great for retakes.
Damn, man.
Unlucky.
That's hilarious. That's really funny. But yeah, I mean, listen. It's been a one-sided affair so far from 100 Thieves. I guess it's to be expected, attack Lotus. But I did expect that, you know, MIBR would have a little bit more oomph to their fights, especially with the Tejo. But I'm just not seeing the value in it yet. Maybe on the attacking side we'll see something more, but I have a strong feeling that 100 Thieves not running an actual Sentinel will do them a lot more justice than running the Tejo, because I mean, you don't have to have a person anchoring inside of the site, inside of their utility, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, this tech pause feels like we've been watching a train wreck for the last 11 rounds, and now it's in slow motion. and we gotta slow this down a little bit more.
Good time for MIBR to get their head into the game, though. They have to use this to their advantage.
Yeah, go on.
They have to, Dad. They have to. I mean, you absolutely have to. You gotta do anything you can. The only round they've won, the first one was an eco. The second was a 2v2. I'm pretty sure it was basically like a half buy as well. Boostio dancing on the stage.
I'm getting a tech pause gear, but I'm not seeing anyone messing with anyone's gear. So a little confused about that. I am being told that we're just a few seconds out, maybe a minute out from getting back into the action. We are going to roll that round back. Again, the heavy hitting analysis that Dre dropped on us was because nobody was playing the game.
Quick maths?
I guess.
Oh, here we go. Is this the first time he stood up?
Yeah.
First time he stood up this year. There it is.
Oh, is that how long the tech pause has gone on? That you're counting how many times he stood up this year?
Yeah.
We're hurting up here.
Hey, usually he steps up and he's talking a lot of smack.
Yeah.
A lot.
None of that yet. But by golly, we might just play a little bit more Valorant here.
Some things I think that MIBR could do is probably try to avoid the initial fights and just go for more trap setups. Try to catch 100 Thieves out when they're already in mount. Don't try to take the fight in the actual choke. or try to catch 100 Thieves out when they're creeping up A. And it's so hard to know if they're there or not, but sometimes you just gotta take a guess. You gotta have a trap there. You gotta just go for it blindly after, you know what, 20, 30 seconds? Because 100 Thieves so far have been defaulting very slowly.
Yeah, maybe that. I mean, any difference here, I think, could be beneficial, could be helpful. We are going back into the game. Again, we rolled back that previous round. That one never happened. It's been erased from everyone's memory. And now we're back into it. 6 rounds up for 100 Thieves. Asuna has that ult. We saw him explosively use it a couple of times now. But again, what's the difference for MIBR? It seems like it's more of this A main fight.
Yeah, and a change of a strat now. 100 Thieves last round went towards C-Mount. Now they're going to do their A fight as well. So historically, 100 Thieves have won this. Can they punish Asuna this time?
This is a slightly different flavor. They've got the ult with it, and they're trying to get up, but it's the same thing.
Same story.
It's the same approach. They're slamming their heads into this wall, and nothing's changing.
Nauser couldn't settle on the Boostio there. Now, Cortesia again, Doug. He's playing Retake Simulator. I feel so bad for him.
That's the life of a Sentinel, though, bro.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully on the attacking side, he'll be able to lurk, get some kind of contact plays, maybe get a little bit of a warm-up in. I mean, he's really seen no one. A 3v1 with a Sheriff to his name. Surely Cryocells hits a one-tap here as well. Oh. Yeah, he does.
No, he still did. you were surprisingly still correct.
You just know Cryo's going for those type of kills as well.
Yeah.
Like he loves the one tap. Again, effortless. I mean, they get out of A main easy. Asuna not getting fought at all. The utility has not changed from the side of MIBR on that fight. It's just like they're unaware of what his rollout is and how he's just sneaking into that door area, the Dorb/orb area.
But hey, look. They're going to do the same thing again. They're going to fight A main.
And then you get offed in the face. The first time Cortesia gets contact, it's an operator to the dome, Doug. It's just not real. He really cannot play the game right now.
Yeah, when I said the rich get richer earlier, I didn't think it would become this.
Yeah, and with your Sentinel gone now, you kind of have to compensate. You saw a heavy lean already towards that C side of the map.
Right there.
But 100 Thieves, they're doing a re-clear towards A, so. I mean, really, the options are endless right now for 100 Thieves. You can really just do whatever you want.
You know, the truth is 100 Thieves have shown us a lot to be excited about. And I know it's only been a half of Valorant, but even what we're seeing right here is worth noting. They have played very pacey, they've played very aggressive, they've played in your face. They've also, in a numbers advantage, slowed the round down to a screeching halt, and then they decide to go. They're playing this push and pull game very nicely.
Oh my goodness, and the pacing from everybody, the pacing, the spacing. It's disgusting, it's filthy.
It is a slaughter. It is a slaughter to the highest degree. A 10-2 half, a flawless round to close things out, and I hate to be the one to remind everyone of this, but this is MIBR's map pick.
And to be fair, last year they were very good on it, but this 100 Thieves just looks so dialed in. They look so rehearsed on this map. Their defaults have been working perfectly. Baiting out utility has been working perfectly. The post plants have been perfect.
I'm about to start crying. I'm about to.
I wonder what else he said.
I don't know, but hopefully we'll save him from those tears. We're gonna cut to a break. We'll be right back.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Welcome back. 8 rounds. 100 Thieves are up, and MIBR will try to find some footing to get back into this game on the attacking side. We've talked about the composition and how it's built for that a little bit more. What's this penguin violence, man?
That was crazy. That was crazy. Poor little guy.
Look, it's MIBR.
Oh. Low blow, man.
Look, but the comp is built to find a little bit more success on the attacking side.
Yeah.
And so maybe we will see some of that play out.
We have to. Otherwise, they're going to have to scrap this comp, run it back another day. Will be a contact approach in B main. Ooh. Shoulder seen, but EU gets out of dodge.
I missed who it was, but someone has regen. No, it's Aspas has a ghost regen armor. He's fully raid bossing, but it's Nazar who's getting the kills. 3, make that 4. Boostio left in a 1v2. He hasn't had a clutch moment in a little while, and he will not this time.
Full faith in Aspas, and he delivers the light armor. He leads into B site, sees the little shoulder of EU, nades him off the angle, and then he's able to just take sight and just play aim labs at that point.
Yeah, I want to say it was regen armor too. It wasn't even just light armor.
Yeah. And it's something we saw in the offseason as well. They will hero buy him from time to time.
As one should.
And they needed it. They needed it. Now, they can actually build a little bit here. They need to start building all those ults, and they need to win this clean. They don't want to drop rifles here. If they want a chance of coming back, you need every type of advantage you can have.
You've managed to check the first box, overcome the first obstacle in a comeback attempt. You're right, you don't want to stumble here.
Still, I feel like it's just so hard, this 100 Thieves squad, with the confidence that they've had, that they've mustered, even just in this opening half that they had. Even with classics, I feel like they could do a lot of damage. They have a paranoia, they have a tether, they have a breach stun still. This A fight could be very dangerous for MIBR.
I wonder what MIBR saw there. They made some noise C, they tapped the door to go B. There were no rotates through, and now they're going back into the teeth, of the stack.
Oh, slow down, Xander.
Don't want to overdo it here. This would be a dagger, but MIBR are starting to feel some of that pressure. They understand that is where the stack is. They're going to go elsewhere.
Yeah, good job from Shinam to get that kill onto Cryo Cells. That does give them a C site. Flood is here. Oh, it was here, Doug. No more.
No, that Flood's been damned up. Boostio and Xander trying to get as many kills as they can as consolation prizes for the round, but MIBR should be able to carry 3 rifles into the next.
Yeah, all things considered, some good damage done, and it was looking very promising from 100 Thieves. It was very close. That stun that came out from Boostio landed on the multiple players. But Shinam on C Mound, the fact that he stayed there and the fact that he wasn't towards mid, getting that kill on the Cryo Cells, it actually brought them back into the mix. If that kill never comes through, if his positioning isn't there, that play isn't able to be happen, and all of a sudden maybe 100 Thieves are going to win the round. Maybe they beat the rotate.
That'll deny any early AC main space.
Absolutely. That's what I expected out of this comp as well. Very strong space taking.
Well, we're seeing that play out. This one's interesting. They still have a little bit of presence towards B main, but they try to satchel out. I thought they were going to try to fake and then go back B, but that was not the case. Instead, they decided to brute force their way, or at least try to, into C. And again, they're stuffed.
And Boostio knew that was going to happen. Nobody plays Breach in the corner like that. Nobody. I've never seen a single player with utility on a character like Breach play that up front and personal. But Boostio will do that when he has a read on you. That champs run that he made, there were so many times that he took 1v1s on this specific map, on Killjoy, just running into B site.
And he was winning all of them.
Right? And those are just plays that he makes because he knows what you're doing. He knows what the gaps are. He knows what you're not going to clear fully.
Shinam has managed to get the spike down left into 1v3. Some audio cues to suggest where the threat is. The Guardian settles down onto 1, has a paranoia. That's pretty good. If he finds a space to swing 4 builds left, he's got it down to 1, but he never saw Xander.
That was so close, though. He played that so well with the paranoia. Asuna, yeah, he was just jumping around like a target, but he did get plucked out of the sky. Still, though, 100 Thieves had a read onto that round. Like I said, Boostio in the corner, the firing squad that was there already. Brute Force is the name of the game for MIBR.
I don't know. It didn't work in the first half. But, yeah, maybe it can here.
It has to. They have no choice. I mean, if they play the slow game, you're just going to get smothered. So many smokes that can come back up. So much info utility, and it's aggression.
This is really fast. It's not just aggression C, it's aggression B as well. It's an attack and assault on all fronts. And again, it's a slaughter. He's gotten 4. The ace is stolen, but 100 Thieves get to 12.
What a pinch. It's something that you've seen Cloud9 run in the past. They really patented that when Leaf was on the roster. 100 Thieves taking a page out of the plays from Cloud9 and making it look amazing, making it look flawless, making Neon look like she never got nerfed.
One enemy
With
remaining.
murderous intent, Asuna just running it down.
That's the face of a man who's had an ace stolen from him.
Yeah, he's pissed.
It's probably more than once by Boostio too.
It will be the last time out for MIBR, Doug. Maybe a little too late, but then again, I don't know. It's just definitely not MIBR's day on this map, that's for sure.
No, this is not going well. There was a lot of excitement around this roster. I think a lot of the pieces were there, and again, it's only been a map, but they look severely outclassed.
Even mechanically, I just feel like 100 Thieves are so sharp right now.
Yeah.
Every player. Close to breach ult, maybe that'll be something that they grab over towards this C mound area for MIBR.
There's already some aggression there if that's where they decide to go. What's Cryo up to here? Oh, the breach stun and then a peek. No, he's going to try to take some space. They concerted him. One found, ducks the flash, gets a kill.
Oh, what is this over on this side of the map?
Asuna's playing a different game.
He's really just running it down.
No more dream.
One tap as well onto the Omen ult.
It's finishing touches. This is. They're trying to get out of this as quickly as they can.
Enemy remaining.
Wow. Flawless round, Doug, to close it out. And going into this map, we talked about brute force being the answer for MIBR, but it was actually brute force being the answer for 100 Thieves.
I mean, you can tell what the you can tell what the intent was. You can tell what the game plan was. They're going to play at their pace. They're going to play their way. 100 Thieves are. And it worked. And it worked to perfection. I think there wasn't ever really a time where MIBR looked comfortable, where they looked settled, and where they could try to execute the plans they wanted to coming into this.
Yeah, and 100 Thieves didn't sweat at all in this entire game. I mean, the closest round there was a 2v2. And yeah, it didn't go in their favor, but still, if that's one of the rounds that you lost, you're doing something right.
Right, yeah.
One of the 2 that you lost, sorry. I mean, that was a highlight from the fake pistol round that we saw. But
Yeah. And this was really where the tone was set, was in that 3rd round.
yeah.
When Asuna had the ult, dashes out onto C, and from that point forward, it was just kind of done.
Every time a first blood was accumulated from 100 Thieves, they just seem to keep it rolling.
Bind on the other side of this break. We're going to step away. When we return, the desk will talk about how awesome 100 Thieves looked. We'll be right back.
Okay, TC Cream, we need you guys on the stage now. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey guys, it's Busio, and this is my team, 100 Thieves. First up, Asuna, my anime protagonist. Next up, we got Cryo, Mr. 4K himself. EU, my initiator of the year. Not yours, mine. Finally, we got Xander, my Canadian model. Just look at him, he's beautiful.
I'm here joined by Zix after their Map 1 win over MIBR, a very, very big win for you guys. What has been kind of the approach to this season? We saw last kickoff and some of the stages from last year starting off in losses, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen this time around.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, our system is pretty much the same as last year. I think, you know, Xander and Bang are slightly different players, but mostly, like, they're both pretty aggressive, and maybe Xander's a bit more, like, obviously new to the system, so there's a lot of, like, things that we have to do to bring him into basically our system and bring him up to speed, but overall, it's been super solid. I mean, fortunately for us, we're one of the teams that maintained pretty much the majority of our roster, so our system's looking good. Obviously, looked really good first map.
Yeah.
And hopefully it maintains that same level going into map 2.
It's your map pick. You got anything special for us you can reveal?
Yeah, super, super crazy comp change.
Let's go. You heard it here from Zix. Let's see if it happens. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that, Riv. Well, we'll see what we get out of Bind, but what we got in map 1 was, well, Asuna popping off on the Neon, which I'm really excited to see him do that. And 100 Thieves, really, I think kind of goes what you guys were saying before. The core of the squad stuck together. You kind of have to go with that. Makes sense, and it shows in the results.
Yeah, and this is a complete shocker, too, because 100 Thieves played 0 games of Neon in VCT last year, when Neon was at her absolute strongest. So to see that Asuna put in the time to rep this agent, I mean, you look at his entry pathing, his movement, it was really, really a treat to watch.
And I think Neon is such a good direct counter to this comp that MIBR was running. I don't think 100 Thieves could have known they were going to play exactly this composition, but Neon is so strong into this Taeho breach. Those two agents excel when they can play at range, when they can rain down their utility, but Neon just circumvents all of that. Asuna just sprints through, is screaming in your face, and kills it.
I honestly was wondering what they were doing as well while they were getting Palpatine blasted over there. That's great.
I mean, they were trying to use their utility.
Try it.
Nice. And I honestly, I do want to talk a little bit more about this Neon, because I think a lot of people sort of set it to the side when the nerfs came in, stopping, you know, the perfect accuracy slide headshots from across the map. But the way the sort of meta has changed, I still think there's room for the Neon pick, specifically if you're looking at big nerfs to the key Sentinel agents. Cypher was the biggest counter to Neon. Because you're trying to sprint into the site, you get instantly revealed by the tripwire. Now that there's the wind-up time on that, I think there's room to make the Neon operate in a lot more comps.
Yeah, this comp is also super strong in the post plant, having like constant smokes to keep up in their face, right? Like you do have solid retake utility with the breach Taeho, but it's not like you have like a sky flash or something to send through the smoke. You only have the breach flashes, which are a little tougher to get value with against those smokes.
Yeah, and I would expect to see people playing this Neon not necessarily just against like the Taeho comp, but also with it too. Because the way you can combo the stuns with the blasts from Taeho from very long range, I think these sort of, you know, agents, these duelist agents that have fighting utility, whether it's a Yoru Flash or a Raze Nade or a Neon Sun, I think those work really nicely with the new agent.
And despite how good the comp was, you still need someone who's going to deliver the kills in that position. And there was obviously questions about Asuna for his 4th year on 100 Thieves, and you could not ask for any better way to start things off. That was an incredible game from Asuna.
I wonder how that conversation started. Asuna comes into the office. He's like, guys, great idea. I want to run Neon. And everyone's like, dog, we just did that all season long.
But the weird thing is 100 Thieves wasn't. Like everyone else was. They weren't.
Fascinating stuff there. But of course, let's go ahead and hear from Coach Fraud about how MIBR plans to bounce back for Map 2.
I am joined by Fraud from MIBR. Just before we head into Map 2, I want to get your thoughts on what you were kind of saying to the team there, how you calmed them down after, you know, things outside the game and in the game are affecting that play.
It's us against the world. That's how it is. So, this, you know, we're playing against multiple teams here. So it is what it is. You know, we got to just reset, forget about that map, and just on to the next one.
I believe it can happen. Fraud, best of luck. Back to you guys.
You just gotta forget about it. Ain't that right, Ender?
You gotta forget
about it.
I feel like he was in like a sports movie with that. It's us against the wall.
But yeah, I mean, him even saying that, look, I'm not gonna avoid it, right? There were some delays on the stage that caused, you know, you lose a little bit of that momentum, right? They won that first round, maybe they were like, oh yeah, things are going great. And then after that point, things slowly started to fall apart. So you can definitely see how that morale would like really begin to disintegrate as the match went on.
This is also an MIBR team with 2 rookies brand new to the big
Very
stage.
true.
So that was always the question of, will they actually be turning up on day one, right? Because we know they have the talent. We saw them play in a few games in their off-season too. They looked sick. Such incredible talent in the Brazilian scene. But here, making the move, making it all click on day one, hasn't happened just yet.
I also think this like debut match is the most impossible to prep for, right? You have no idea what your opponent's team is going to look like, what comps they're going to run, how their players are
You're not ready
going to
for
be
the
playing,
Neon,
right?
that's
Like
for sure.
that was definitely a curveball, and they could not adapt in time.
Well, they're going to need to adapt. Otherwise, it'll be a quick 2-0 for 100 Thieves. But we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. And when we return, Doug and Baby Bay are going to be back with all of you for map number 2.
We are back. Thank you so much for sticking with us through that break. We've got map 2 just around the corner, and we've got Agent Select that we're going to get to talk through as well. I'm Doug. With me is Dre, and if you want to very quickly try to describe what happened on that first map in one word, what would you say?
Slaughter.
That's well said. A man of many words right here, but honestly, that's exactly what it was. It was a stomp, it was a slaughter, it was rough, it was ugly, it was whatever you want to call it. But with the break comes the turning of a leaf and the opportunity to find success on an entirely different map. Unfortunately, it's a map that historically has been outrageously good for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, they basically created this comp. Not basically, they did create this comp for this map. It's their bread and butter. I don't think they're going to change anything. It's the patent 100 Thieves composition.
Right.
And in the off-season for MIBR, they played against Furia, who ran the bread and butter 100 Thieves comp and lost.
Yeah, but listen,
running this comp.
But he promised me Zix promised me, he promised the people there was going to be a crazy comp change. And you can't lie, especially on the internet.
Well, he
and
lied
so,
on this map.
And so, and so he lied. Yeah. And so he lied.
Zix. What's going on, man? But yeah, historically, a month ago, MIBR lost against this composition when Furia was running it. Right. Now you're going up against the originators, the ones that know every in and out about the composition itself. I just feel like it's going to be very, very tough. Now, MIBR has had a month to make some changes, put a little bit more into the playbook. But what was kind of bullying them was defensive side aggression. Furia walking them down with this comp, going A short, taking those fights into market, taking fights outside of shower. It just seemed like MIBR wasn't ready for aggressiveness from the double controller comp because it was unexpected. Usually you think they're going to sit back and play traps, play with their flashes for the retake. With the way that 100 Thieves has been playing so far, they might do the same thing they did on the last map.
We'll have an opportunity to talk about the deadlock, and I think there was an intent to slow down the aggression from Octagon, but 100 Thieves are already down B long.
This is exactly what I was saying.
That was intentionally done to avoid that. And 100 Thieves pacey on it, get ahead of it. Yeah, MIBR have gotten the spike down, but now you're going to have to deal with the aggression that's coming in from the flank. Market is covered, EU still on site. Aspas nipping at his heels, able to clean him up and get the best of him, but Asuna on the trade. Shinom left in 1v4. Spike's already gotten most of the defuse of the way through. He's going to get a couple of kills, but that's another round the way of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, aggression from the side of 100 Thieves. I think someone did their VOD review. Boostio definitely was watching that tournament when MIBR was playing and saw the weaknesses. And the weaknesses are, MIBR is pretty bad at holding those aggressive peaks from the defensive side. Keep in mind, it was only pistol round, and sometimes pistols are up in the air.
Sure.
We'll definitely have to keep an eye out for more aggression from the defensive side, but it's a really good start for 100 Thieves on their map pick.
You guys want a solo clap again? Because we have a tech pause. So, but guys, don't think about it. The slow clap is fun.
No,
it's fun, and then the tech pause is sad. You guys are making this more fun. It sounds like it's an audio issue. So again, we'll get it fixed. We'll plug the headphones back in, whatever it is, and we'll get back into it. I do think, Dre, I want to go back to some of what you were talking about around how they struggle with some of that aggression because, again, there was a plan to deny some of that early aggression. It just so happens that when you're getting stimmied, and they're ahead of it, there's really nothing you can do to counter that. Either there has to be a second layer to it, or you just kind of have to know you're going to lose those, and you got to pick a site, and you're just going to go.
And to be fair, they did that. They did just go towards that A site. But the problem was EU, who's just sitting in U-Haul alone. They don't expect these random plays, random swing timings, random aggressiveness. All that stuff kind of counters the way that MIBR approaches this attacking side. Will be an anti-eco here for 100 Thieves, though. They're taking Shower's control with that fade and Brimstone.
Oh, it's a Bucky.
And Asuno wins a long-range duel against the Sheriff with a Stinger. He's nasty with that gun.
Perfectly normal, not strange thing to say.
Yeah. Oh, wants the Roomba for some info, has some kind of intuition. EU now backing him up.
What are the odds he kills Aspas here? Pretty high?
No, he's one pumping him for sure. Boostio doesn't miss these. He got a little glimpse of a shoulder. There it is. Boom! Headshot.
And now stop me if you've heard this one before. Shinom is left in a 1vx situation at the end of the round.
Yeah. And no guns so far taken out of the hands of 100 Thieves. Asuna is on the hunt. Boostio gets the spot, and Xander from the top. Man, 100 Thieves are looking clean. I know it was just an anti-eco, but...
Well, but I think at this point we can say that given what we saw in Lotus as well. I don't think it's disingenuous to point that out. I think they looked really comfortable on the first map, and yes, it's only been a couple rounds, but they seem to have carried that into this one.
I had a lot of questions. I was like, can Xander fill the shoes of Bang?
Yeah.
You know, but I just feel like maybe the prior team chemistry with Xander and EU, and honestly, Xander hangs out with all these guys on Discord all the time anyway, before even joining the team. I just feel like it's showing in the server right now. The synergy is on point. If they can keep this up, I mean, who knows what can happen for this 100 Thieves roster this year.
A gun round for MIBR here. And the need for success. You've got Asuna playing really close. On the swing, drops one already, upgrades the gun and gets out.
Almost upgraded the gun.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you actually saw Artzine right on time to get out of there, but there's 4 members here from 100 Thieves. And look at the aggressiveness. It's ridiculous.
But this time Aspas is trying to fight back. Cannot though. Falls at the hands of Boostio. And they're trying to swing back out. This time it's just Cryo left alone.
Finally punished. 100 Thieves finally get punished for holding the W key. Maybe the tides are changing, Doug, or maybe they just were outclassed with guns. We'll find out.
I don't know that the gun buy was really that different. Either way, MIBR decide that they're going to fight for this towards B, and they get it. They get what eluded them for the entire first half.
Hello.
Yeah.
Or the first map, excuse me.
I wonder right now for Cryo if he's actually going to go for exits here. I don't think he wants to save a Bulldog going into the next round. He does have enough money to buy, but I also don't think he wants to give Shinam his Brimstone ultimate or even give Artzine an orb closer towards an ultimate so that they can grab it in the next. So yeah, I guess maybe if he can get this upgrade right here, he can just back off and not feed those ultimates. So
that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, a very good play from Cryo here.
Upgraded the weapon, stays alive.
Doesn't feed ult.
Yeah, that's like min-maxing to the highest degree.
Textbook right there.
Even
the little things 100 Thieves are thinking of right now. And that's the advantage of keeping, you know, most of your core together for so long. Able to work on the small things.
अबे वो हार रहा है तू मैच देख रहा है
shooting here
भाई उसका हारते हुए देख
from
रहा
the side
है
of MIBR finally putting down some heads of 100 Thieves.
nice.
But now we go into the actual first gun round of the game. All of 100 Thieves on full armor and rifles.
Meanwhile, it's only Aspas with that on the side of MIBR. There's that net that we saw in the pistol. This time, no aggression. As you see the smokes come through.
Yeah, and already I'm seeing an extra layer provided from MIBR. A lot of the times in the last tournament against Furia, that Brim smoke was not there. And they were kind of getting finessed by a solo Viper just playing, you know, holding his own smoke in the same exact spot. So just that little extra Brim smoke that was used right there secures them all of Octagon control. They're able to deposit.
Valorant नहीं खेल रहा अब Valorant नहीं खेल रहा हूँ मैं
Careful here.
आया
Right now, 100 Thieves are reading into that pressure, meaning 3 towards that B site, but the hit is actually geared up towards A.
हो जाने दो पहले
And that TP can come out at any moment to regroup with his teammates.
I mean, it could go the other way as well. I mean, they're not running a 1-4 into showers, but now they're taking the TP through. So it is going to end A.
Out of charge.
They've already made their way out of short.
Popular.
Haven't quite done that yet out of showers, but now the ult being used. Very nicely done. Very well handled by MIBR. EU, though, dropping down from heaven. Looking to take another one with him. But he's got to get swung. He's got to get faced. Still numbers way the attack. Boostio and Xander left with so much to do. And it's just gone from hard to harder. Boostio in a 1v3 settles onto the first, tries to snap onto the second and cannot. MIBR tied us up.
A picture-perfect pinch from MIBR into showers. That Brimstone ultimate from Shinam was on point. It was perfect. And the crunch as well from Aspas going the other way. Yeah, it wasn't required, but that Brim ult, just understanding, eliminating where the defenders can be holding from. It opened up the entire site.
I think that's
And the daps going across the board for MIBR. That was a big, big round win for them. Maybe they can get some momentum here, string some rounds together.
Yeah, I mean,
oh भाई
83 so it's certainly possible.
अबे भाई चल भाई कोई chat भी नहीं कर रहा है इधर शायद से
Aspas adding up a little bit more, following the dog. They're gonna try to hunker down on the site here. That's a big kill out of
अबे
Xander,
भाई
and that was the go
तू
button
पॉपुलर
for
हो गया
MIBR.
भाई तू पॉपुलर हो गया भाई चल भाई
Those two, nonetheless. They're still going to commit to this site. They're kind of just pushing their heads into the wall, but it's a firing squad from 100 Thieves here, Doug.
And be careful here. They don't have really the same thing to fight back with. Xander gets 2 with the ghost, but they've gotten what they needed.
कौन टीम को सपोर्ट कर रहा है तू कौन टीम को सपोर्ट कर रहा है कौन सी टीम को सपोर्ट कर रहा है तू
Asuna flirting with fire.
हाँ
That singer's been good. Can he do it again?
MIBR okay
Not this time. Cryo.
अबे ब्राजीलियन
Weapon upgraded. Both close. He's gotten it down to 1. Can he do it again? He's weak. And he will fall. The 1v1 goes the way of MIBR.
ठीक है चल
He may have fell, but he had a chance. He did get a bullet off. It just didn't quite connect to the head of Nauser. So yeah, it was scrappy. It wasn't that clean for MIBR, but a round is a round.
ओ भाई 100 लोगों को देख रहा
Just
है
like that, they're able to get up that deadlock ultimate. They're close to the showstopper. They're close to so many ults. On the opposing end, you have Asuna.
मैंने वोट किया हो भाई
He's got that throw online and available as well.
मैं वोट करा हूँ
I think 100 Thieves, they need to keep trying to take
अबे भाई मैंने वोट किया
try to take 1v1 fights. Yeah, you're on the defensive side. It might make you feel like you shouldn't go for those, but it worked on the pistol.
नहीं
You gotta test the waters with a rifle.
I'm a little concerned at the fact that people aren't moving much.
Yeah, PTSD already, huh?
I've been burned too many times today.
अबे ठीक भाई चल तेरे तो लग गया
He's definitely moving, get some action in.
व्यूज लग गया और क्या
Baits out. Have Viper smoke, but the reposition here from Xander.
He's tucking behind the word.
And a nice flash.
उन लोग को सब्सक्राइब नहीं करना है उन लोग को बस देखना है
To hear that, so this should prompt a lean. 400 Thieves towards
अबे
the A
तू
side of the map.
रिएक्शन भी नहीं देता है ना इसलिए
Might be
शायद
like to fight this A side.
रिएक्शन दे
They do like to actually fight
रिएक्शन
backside.
दे
They should be able to catch one here. He's been caught. Where's the swing from Cryo? There it is.
जो क्लास निकल रहा है उसको
So carefully considered, but on the
रिएक्शन दे
trade, Asuna tries to stop him, and Aspas gets the best of him. 3's up as Cryo gets another. Now with 3 HP, Boostio's gonna fall. Xander left in 1v2. Aspas is weak. And he's been left.
देख रहे हो ना
Is he gonna be able to cut off the rotations? No, he's gonna go through.
हाँ देखा
So now Xander in a very
जंप भी कर रहा है
situation.
शूट भी कर रहा है तो किल हो गया और क्या
Extremely difficult. There's still a Brim smoke to play as well.
And a Brim ult, and a Raze ult.
Another Brim ult, by the way. And he's not going to clear this. There's no way. Shinam will take his head clean off, and it was chaos onto the actual ace site hit. But the deadlock nade caught one of the members of 100 Thieves with their pants down. I don't know who it was, Doug, but it was so perfectly timed that once they jumped on top of that short box, it was just a free kill.
Hopefully we'll get that in the replay. As 100 Thieves call a timeout, a moment to settle things and think through what the second plan is.
It was Nauser who got the kill onto EU. What was even more impressive, what we just saw, was Aspas.
भाई इस बंदे को सब्सक्राइब कर दो भाई इस बंदे को ऑडियंस चाहिए
From the side of MIBR, but Aspas dodging Asuna's rocket. It was like this weird anime battle in the sky. But the satchels from Aspas were too clean.
अबे
Asuna
ठीक है
actually
नहीं
landing on him, but still going for the jump shot. I think if he would have just settled the shots there, he probably gets that kill, and maybe the round is completely different at that moment.
अबे तो रिएक्शन दे अबे रिएक्शन दे वो जो क्लासेस निकल रहा है
Momentum right now in favor of MIBR.
Huh?
100 Thieves, they're on the back foot for the first time this series.
अबे हिंदी दो ना तू इंडिया से स्ट्रीम कर रहा है तो हिंदी दे दे
I don't believe they're going to have much of a buy to work with either.
ठीक है मैं अबे भाई
We'll see if that is the
ओके
case.
ठीक है
No,
मैं
it
जा
doesn't
रहा
look
हूँ
great.
बाय बाय नहीं मैं वाल्डो वॉरशिप खेल रहा हूँ मैं
Really tells the tale of what's going on here on Vine. And much like Lotus, there's a lot that MIBR can snowball off of here.
Yeah, if they're able to cycle through these ults and just win them one round at a time. putting yourself in a very good spot. Here's that pistol round that we saw, but it's the firing squad. This time, MIBR is ready. They've had enough.
Yeah,
They're tired of getting bullied.
You blink and you miss that one. Gonna TP all the way across. EU's ahead of this. A Stinger, which we decided earlier was the best weapon in the game.
Even with all the nerfs.
Spike planted.
So our team will get a little bit closer to his ult. See what I'm saying? It's not, I mean, it's not fake news.
I'll find you.
I mean, this would be impossible.
You would think.
You would think.
Ah.
That was the play all along.
And the smile on his face, too, while he did it. That's criminal. That's criminal. Just trying to go out to Spike here, but we'll take whatever they can give him. Clean round from MIBR. In the early round, it gets a little scrappy at the end. They lose quite a bit of weaponry, but they're still healthy. Oh, I say that, but actually 2 of the players are going to have to get bought up. So 100 Thieves, they are cracking down a little bit
only Chrome Shaker
of MIBR, even though MIBR has won 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, I don't see them hitting a dent in
window capture, window capture.
probably for 2 rounds, if assuming they don't go their way.
Yeah. Still not too much aggression from the side of 100 Thieves on this defensive side, opting to play more in the backside. The problem is against this deadlock composition is if you're playing in the backside, there's so much utility to just get thrown at you, and even when that wall comes out in CT, you can't really flood out.
That's a really good move. And a suck. Rocket not connecting. Boostio does fall.
This is what I was talking about, Doug. They like to fight this backside area.
And it's hard to do, man. It's so hard to hold this. I mean, it's hard without all of that utility.
Get him.
But it kind of feels like a necessity on this A side. We've seen too many times before 100 Thieves playing all the way back and just delaying the bomb plant infinitely. So if MIBR can take that backside fight more often and win it, why not? I mean, this round is done.
Yeah, this has been done for a little bit.
A lot of the success that Furia had against MIBR was not playing in the back site of that A site or back site of that B site. They kind of played a lot more close and up front and personal to you. But I think that 100 Thieves is so scared because of that brimstone crunch that happened early in the half that they're just so scared to play forward. They don't want to give out free kills. They don't want to get smothered like that by the showstopper that was in this round or even the brimstone ult that is still in play.
Yeah, I mean, you're...
Right?
Right, okay.
But this is the second time that Nowswer has gotten a kill up on that top box in the same spot.
Yeah.
100 Thieves are crumbling a little bit.
Down 4 rounds. Another Bucky in the hands of Boostio. 6 in a row for the attack.
Jump spot will be heard.
And here they didn't throw that net that they've been throwing towards Octagon.
And you look. MIBR does a good job of baiting out the reclear utility here. Sometimes they have players playing anti. There's that brim smoke again to guarantee the Octagon control. It's so clean from MIBR right now.
And that little chess move there negates the control that they had off of the Viper Orb that's been there halfway up B long every round.
It's very impressive what I'm seeing right now from MIBR and the adaptations that they've been able to make, even though they're so micro. Just the brim smoke right there. And we've seen this round already.
All right, it turns back into a 1-3-1. And in the previous time we saw this, it ended A. But again, know where the spike is here. It's worth repeating. They could end back B. But it seems like we're going to see a lot of the same.
He got scared of his own teammate TPing. He had to turn around.
It's a tense moment.
It is very tense.
Our team falls off again, trying to hold backside. is able to take one for his troubles as Cryo takes a step back.
That's a huge pick on the art scene as well, because that's the deadlock that denies the control of backside. He also had ultimate, if I'm not mistaken.
What does the retake attempt look like here for 100 Thieves?
Well,
the ult at the ready, now invested. He's gonna funnel him back in the showers a little bit. Sheenum gets caught. Pretty deal almost does too. A flank up towards heaven. Is that gonna be the window for Aspas? It is. Meanwhile, a filthy set of kills for the Sentinel. What in the world was that?
Cortesia finally having the opportunity to strike. 9 and 6 this half, but he was hitting some heads in that last round. The lurks are fruitful for this man. That finishing blow at the end was disgusting. Full prediction mode. Look at that. No chance for Cryo.
No, not at all. And so again, 100 Thieves are on a broken bye.
Showers denial this time around. They've had enough of giving all of that space.
There's a rifle in the hands of Asuna. And again, they're going to get pushed A. Little chip damage from the nade, but that's all it is.
Made out of facility, and now here comes the real approach for MIBR. We're going to see the fight back sight. I'm certain of it. Oh, that wall's actually to keep the players in showers trapped in. Maybe a new look this time.
How much is 100 Thieves willing to invest here? Do they use ult?
Oh, man. You're on a nice edge right now. If you're 100 Thieves, if you overpeak, you got to be worried about multiple riflers walking up on you.
The benefit to them is that they didn't invest a lot into this as far as the buy goes.
Yeah.
Here's the only rifle, and it gets one. Not connecting on the ult, on the swing. Artsy able to get him with Aspas over his shoulder. Xander's left standing.
He had happy feet right there, just the left and right. AD. Asuna could not track him. This is looking just like the attacking side of 100 Thieves, but this time it's MIBR on bind. On each respective team's map pick. What a swing of emotion.
Xander's going to try to do a little bit of damage here. Giving his position away. And then getting caught. Aspas gets a third kill on the round, a little bit closer to his ult. And it's, I mean, 2 rounds left to play this half. It's well within reach.
8 in a row for MIBR. The patience that we saw from MIBR in that round, not jumping the gun on that plant, tapping the spike multiple times to bait out utility, then catching 100 Thieves out in the open with the peaks.
Oh, bull.
Some really nice stuff.
अबे भाई गेम क्रैश हो गया मेरा ये हो रहा था ना Forza Horizon 3 वेरीफाई हो रहा था
It's so hard to bounce back from a loss like that. Now an operator getting the pick on the jump spot, the swap. Little taste of their own medicine done.
This is why people were excited about MIBR coming into the season. It's because of what we've seen this half. I know exactly. And I think the most impressive thing so far is that it hasn't been an Aspas and Friends type performance. Cryo will free himself. A tap, and that's all it is. They're gonna flip the map.
Running circles around 100 Thieves.
He was already so far up. Sheenom's able to get one on EU. Well, warning shots. Face into it, and 2 kills found. Now, the opportunity for a little bit more. They're going to drop the Thrash. Full tag onto Aspas. Nosworth disposed of as well.
What a retake from 100 Thieves. I thought it was in the bag for MIBR. I think everybody else thought it was in the bag for them as well. But a little bit too overeager, too overconfident. Yeah, you've won 8 in a row, but 100 Thieves are never going to give up. They're never going to back down. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. every round that 100 Thieves can scavenge just brings more momentum into their own side.
We'll see if they're able to net this last one with 2 ults to play around. What's the setup here? Lean towards B. From the attack with Spike in hand, it seems like there's a lineup setup for that grav net that we've seen towards C, or towards B, excuse me. And it was thrown, you hear it. Now on the tag. Do they speed up here? There is a judge on the other side of this.
Yeah, they just start backing away slowly. Brim smoke again.
They're gonna test this one more time.
Yeah.
There wasn't much gas on that orb. Xander plays his cards right. He's good for at least one, potentially even more. Only one found, but a costly one.
Really good trade. Super fast from Osboss.
And that got him in his ult.
Yeah, they're gonna want a TP here too. I believe they're just waiting for some re-aggression.
That's a hard sell, man. You have no idea what's happening showers.
Oh, maybe they're not gonna rip it. You're right. Cortesia, he's walking back from short. He's gonna be the late hookah guy. Prowler to get in.
It was dealt with. 2 guns found. And now, the Nightfall used to delay even more. Lucio getting a big kill to try to control and contain the flank attempt. A little bit more pressure. Now what that's going to do is funnel MIBR into B. Ult popped another. One without netting a kill. This time traded back. Asuna will find the success that Aspas could not as 100 Thieves take the 4th.
A great crossfire from Hookah and Sight. The showstopper from Asuna. Such a good triangular formation from 100 Thieves on that side. EU also sneaking there, dodging the rocket barely.
30 seconds left.
Thought for a second there MIBR had a chance into this round, but yeah.
Team Ace.
It's those little rounds, man. It may not seem like much, but we're talking about a 10-2 versus an 8-4 half. That's an entirely different story. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break. Much different performance from MIBR on this second map, as they're the ones who find themselves up in a comfortable lead at halftime on 100 Thieves' home turf, a map that, Dre, you mentioned it at the beginning, has become their home ground, where they innovate and where they dominate. That just hasn't been the case here.
Yeah, I was very surprised at that defensive side. I thought they had a great start as well with their aggressiveness, but it just kind of fell off after that crunch from MIBR on the bonus round. It just felt like after that happened, 100 Thieves, they just got a little bit scared. Started playing a little bit too far back. And you cannot play that far back against a deadlock. The execute is just too good. The nade is, it does so much damage.
Riot Games Arena trying to will them back into this map. And it's going to be an uphill fight. But this pistol would be the first step. If they continue into this, they're going into all of the Sentinel utility. They're going into the Deadlock util, they're going into the Cypher trips, and the cam.
Man, he's a dog.
I mean, if there was ever a wrong site to pick, this would be it.
That cam is so sick too. It's able to see over that Viper wall. Gives you so much info. These freezes to the rounds though from both ends. They put so much doubt in the minds of the opposing team, and Asuna is able to lurk into hookah.
What gorgeous timing. Is he expecting one more there? I don't think he is. Now understands. There's a little bit more with him. Settling the shots. Traded right back though. Do a 3v3 as the spike has been planted. MIBR trying to retake this through spawn. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves on the flank. They've gotten it all the way up through elbow. Cryo's going to be on the prowl. As they try to hunker down, you feel the walls closing in for MIBR. Cryo, the first to strike. He tries to find a second and will succeed. The defuse is stopped. Oh, that was so close.
So damn close, Doug.
Oh.
That was such a fast-paced retake from MIBR as well, getting all three players onto the site like that. That smoke comes down, sticking it.
Bolo. Ball.
Such a close round. But 100 Thieves with the walk-in onto site. That's what changed it all. Asuna with that flank into hookah. And yeah, got a little bit scrappy there. It was not pretty whatsoever. But they got the job done.
Hindi ball. India से स्ट्रीम कर रहा है तो हिंदी बोल.
I am inclined to agree. That was a very big round. Now in a position to find themselves within 2, assuming there's nothing that goes sour here. Aspas with the shorty.
Ball.
And then a couple of sheriffs.
Let's go.
This is 2 back-to-back rounds, Doug, where 100 Thieves are deliberately
आसपास आज वो
showing
फलक रहा है.
being long
आसपास को
aggressive.
मारना चाहिए.
I'm expecting MIBR and maybe the next round or future gun rounds to put a trap there with the deadlock. That's something they like.
Let's go, let's go for Aspas.
This aggressiveness as well.
I'm supporting MIBR, guys.
All the way, push down hookah. He's got a lot of space.
Aspas, Cortesia,
With the ghost.
Denom. Let's see.
Sees the shoulder but can't connect.
100 Thieves भी
Pressure
बहुत
alone.
अच्छे हैं.
It's gonna have to keep at least one player towards
They
it.
have like very best players like Asuna, Cryo. They're one of the best players.
Keep an eye on the flank.
Oh my gosh.
Cryo was wise to it for a second.
Oh my god.
He watches
He
them
whiffed.
leave. Now pace towards A. And look who's here. It's a classic.
Let's
but he's
see.
gone
Oh!
the goop in his face. He still gets a kill.
Spike planted.
An opportunity for something here.
आसपास only Serif के साथ है और one down.
Real fast.
Let's see.
Cryo
आसपास.
very
Oh
good,
no.
not able to
Cryo
snap.
take करेंगे.
And that should secure things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if Aspas can take out Cryo in that moment because he's so low, maybe there's a chance. But now it just feels like that this should be all
It's
too
1v3,
broken.
guys. Oh, one down. Oh no, nice
my
try,
God,
nice
what a
try.
shot. Not enough though. 100 Thieves do get the spike planted. They keep 2 rifles into the next round.
देखते हैं भाई कौन जीतेगा.
But it was a very
मैं तो
big investment, a lot of money lost.
MIBR पे हूँ.
It was, but they
100
find
Thieves भी
themselves
अच्छा
within
comeback
2.
कर
That
रही है.
gap
Let's see.
is slowly getting smaller. But you're right, the investment that they put into the previous round and how it played out has them in this situation where they've got light armor on a couple.
You can't really buy into the next if you lose this. So this is a very big round, a swing round.
Cryo with Phantom. Let's see.
I want to note again how this Sentinel utility is being set up. A little, I mean, most of it.
You know, guys, Phantom is
towards
buffed, but still many of the professional players are using Bandle just for the one tap.
100 Thieves right now, they're taking a very slow approach.
Let's see.
This is something they need to do. They need to be able to identify where the Sentinel utility is, identify where the deadlock is.
From
not
now
get
on.
trapped.
I mean, they found some of it. They cleared one of the sound sensors, and then they invested a satchel to clear the trip. So, if the intent was to just like carefully
तो भाई
chip
Cypher जैसा ही
away every
लगता
bit
है.
that they had, so far they've done it.
Something that MIBR struggled with quite a bit is inserts on a map like this. Being able to get that info is Asuna or in this
न्यू
case
गन स्किन
Xander,
अच्छी
both inserted
नहीं है मेरे
towards that
हिसाब
B
से
side
तो
of the
मतलब
map.
लाइक ओवरप्राइज्ड है. अच्छी तो है लुक वाइज. Overpriced है.
They're leaving themselves so many options still, regardless
Same
of how
like
this goes.
Konami.
They can fully commit to A, they can flip back B. One of the benefits of Bind.
A lot shown towards that B side of the map for 100 Thieves.
5v5, no one's pushing.
They want to head back A. Yeah, you're not having to deal with any of the Sentinel utility, but you are going to have to deal with the sack, and with 13 seconds left, there's not much time to look for a plan B or to change your options here. 7 seconds left, the Spike has to fully commit here. Cryo's able to get 3 kills on the round. Beautifully done. Close, but it's done.
He's just a one-man army. He runs out of U-Haul and takes out everybody in backside, including the player running through CT smoke. And he gets the 4th into the round as well.
That was uncomfortably close.
You know, star players make plays like this in such crucial rounds.
10 seconds.
That round breaks the economy of MIBR. And for him to do it by himself is a statement to be made in itself.
Nice, Matt. That's all you, baby.
You're right, the economy's busted here.
Now a chance to get even more ultimates online and available for the next round. This is a fast approach against an eco duck.
This is the rollout that we saw so many times. This double satchel out onto box outside of U-Haul.
Shenum just was not expecting that satchel on the top right there.
And again, that's a path he's taken many, many times. MIBR not finding any success this round. Asuna, what, 2 pips away, 1 away from having his ult?
Yeah, he's gonna get it, whether he lives or dies, and he will go down.
Have it into the next. Aspas upgrades a weapon, cuts his losses, and gets out.
If I'm EU right now, maybe I'm going hunting. Might be hunting season for me, but maybe just saving all the weapons. Speaking of the longer haul here, is the better play. 400 Thieves. And so far, we've seen a lot of different looks. We've seen a change of pace already. That aggressiveness towards A. We've seen slow defaults towards B long. Slow default in hookah as well to break out a lot of that.
It's 8 on 8, guys.
Right now, if I'm
100 Thieves is
MIBR,
also a
hard
best
to get a
team.
read on what 100
Come
Thieves are
back.
liking to do.
Let's go back in the game. They're back.
It will be a double sentinel approach.
Let's see, Aspas 13 kill, Cryo 18, Asuna 14. Oh my god.
It's interesting that
100 Thieves are cooking. 100 Thieves are cooking.
Up until this point.
Another
Ult by Boosty. Dash down.
That Thrash gets deleted really early on.
Asuna with ult. No one down.
And he dodges the trip as well.
And this is
oh my god, the camera
He's making
position.
as much noise as he possibly
Crazy.
can. The rest of the hit is A. The spike's out that way. Nazar's starting to rotate over. He understands there might be something.
Oh, nice.
No way.
Asuna getting away with
They planted on A. Nice,
No way,
nice.
The spike's already planted as well. There's a deep Viper smoke into CT.
Nazar with regen armor. Trying to make the best out of a situation in which they've been hoodwinked.
Let's see, guys.
Look at the flank.
It's another one. But Cryo ready for it. Not ready to win that fight, though, as Aspas joins in on it, starting to apply pressure from backside.
Aspas 1 kill.
They're both kind of forced to fight out. They didn't want to get caught. Whoa, that was fast.
Last player standing.
It's already down to 1.
Oh, 100 Thieves get another round.
That proactivity.
Nice
from
comeback
Xander
by
and
the
Thieves is
100
what I was
Thieves.
talking about, Doug. The chemistry from being on M80 previously. When Cryo falls there and you don't have that
Yeah,
ultimate
must
to fall
come back,
back
300
to
Thieves.
secure the round win, you gotta make a play.
Timeout
And
by
it's clear we're in
MBR.
each other's brains.
MIBR. Let's see.
One enemy remains.
The double push through U-Haul, peeking together, confidently having each other's backs. That's the synergy. That's why Xander joined this roster. That's why he was the best choice when Bang left.
Technical pause, guys. I mean, timeout, guys, by MIBR.
What a comeback so far for 100 Thieves. They haven't lost a round on this attacking side.
The shifting of the tides has been insane.
And they're not falling for this double sentinel utility at all. I haven't really seen anybody get hit by a trip or get hit by the nade.
No, I mean, you're right. They've done an excellent job of either avoiding it or going over to it and picking it apart, and then still not going that way.
The deadlock wall's not really getting much value either. It's not really denying any space. You're just so limited on this composition that MIBR is running when you're up against all the utility that 100 Thieves likes to use. And I feel like that's a common theme for 100 Thieves. They like to basically smother you with utility. They like to have more than you, so they're able to win that trading game.
All right, note the defensive adjustments on the other side of this timeout. We've talked so much about how they put all of the deadlock and Cypher util towards B. Not the case this time.
And Doug, this kind of feels like an all or nothing play right here. MIBR fully invested into this round.
Do they want to fight?
They forced multiple
Let's go,
players
guys.
with light armor and guardians.
Timeout's finished. Round is started.
It's interesting too here. Artsy hasn't even put all of his stuff down.
Aspas wants some kills.
Oh, a footstep made, yeah. Xander. But that one footstep made was enough to back them up a little bit.
And who knows what else is there on the other
Let's
side.
see.
Xander has to play this very carefully. He is
Kisko
on an
Mario.
island. The flash confirming some presence.
This 1v1 is really what it comes down to. I think Aspas saw a glimpse of Xander there, just his shoulder maybe, going behind that wall.
That fight's gonna happen, and there it is.
Oh, Aspas with 1 kill.
This forces a speed up.
First kill by
They have
Aspas.
to commit B now. They don't have anyone towards A.
And now look at the deadlock utility that's been planted towards A on the other side of that.
They're
Denying
entering
that
B.
entirely, forcing them into B, as you said.
Oh my god.
Chill out, kill
What is
quickly.
going on?
They're not able to hold on. They're not able to save the side.
Oh, nice ult by Aspas.
Boosty will fall, but Spike will go down. Can EU and Cryo hold this back on their own? They're both healthy. Not much utility around. Meanwhile, Aspas is weak.
Aspas in low HP.
With every second that passes, the
Let's
possibility
see.
of this gets smaller
Aspas,
and
can he
smaller.
take one more?
Are you waiting on the other side of the smoke? You hear them trampling down towards elbow. They know where the fight's coming from, but still not fully prepared for it.
Cryo.
So smoke dissipates. Cryo understands he's got to take these fights. It's be left down to EU.
Aspas down. It's 1v1.
Oh!
Oh!
Goes the way of 100 Thieves.
Nice 100 Thieves.
EU again. How stone cold can you be? He was
My god, they
right
are
on the
fucking
edge
good.
of that smoke and spawn, and he wins the 1v1 against Aspas while flicking back and forth. At some point, I saw him running back to try to fight the elbow players. Look at that.
One enemy remaining.
And then the game IQ to know to just sit back sight. He's probably going to jump up top. What a clutch.
Big W for 100 Thieves, guys.
Doug. The economy
They're
now
playing
is
good.
done for MIBR. They're still trying to force up a little bit.
A Guardian for Aspas. And a Stinger for
Oh,
Aspas.
Aspas using Guardian?
And a nade kill.
Let's see.
Traded back though. And that's on their smokes. The Nightfall through as 100 Thieves just prance their way in.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this one before where they just get the first blood and just hold W.
And in a lot of ways, this feels reminiscent to Lotus.
Oh my god.
Blood in the water.
There's no way MIBR is
They get it.
literally losing.
When they see the opening, they're not hesitant. They just go for it. I think that is a big difference that we're seeing from this year.
ये कुछ ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं खेल रहे?
I think the no
कमबैक
hesitation
ऐसा
that
कर
they
रहे कि
have.
भाई MIBR वाले एक राउंड नहीं
Full
निकाल
steam
पाए उसके
forward,
बाद.
the W keying at the right moment. It's been a huge difference
बस
maker.
ही खेल रहे हैं. Let's see.
It's really helped their attacking side.
Oh boy.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. The way they control their spray is amazing.
Second and final timeout called by MIBR. They're trying to hang on to this thing.
Guys, you haven't liked
But
yet,
what's that?
then like the
7
live
rounds
stream,
in a row
guys.
On attack.
Yeah, it's
We're not having
And that's into
like
a double sentinel comp on defense.
yeah, it's ridiculous how they've been able to maneuver around
Okay.
the map, dodge the utility, even that fake round. I mean, that fake round, Doug, like you could just really do a deep dive on that alone. How Asuna was not only able to draw all 5 players towards the B site, but also get one and get out. I mean, it was picture perfect. You draw that in your dreams, maybe. You bring it to, you bring it to Strat Talk, server time. And then for it to play out exactly how you envisioned it, to the T. It's a beautiful thing.
And so here it seems like it's a minor adjustment. There's still a lot of the Sentinel util towards B, but there's this, that's where the stack is. And they're leaving their smokes and their duelists alone here. This is dangerous too. Oh! The danger might just be Aspas.
The third.
Spike planted.
Maybe leaving them on an island is the play.
Yeah. It must be.
He's getting a little cheeky here. They're outbanded, so why not try something? Aspas on the cards for the ace. Our team will get the last though. And the defuse through. That's going to give him the rocket for the next round.
Yeah, it was a fast A approach from 100 Thieves, but Aspas, he was the warrior this time around. Getting multiple nade kills into the round. It reset, I think, twice already. He's sitting up there very pretty, 21 and 14. He gets a showstopper because of that round.
And we'll take a look at it one more time. He gets the first kill and then the nade. Gets a second, and then he gets a second nade to get the third.
Yeah, and just to go back to your previous point, like from before, is Artzine's little trap right there in that pocket area. That is what it's for. It's to set up Aspas for a play like that, of people jumping around that smoke in short. So it's cool to finally see it get fruit.
And for as much as momentum has really left the sails of MIBR, they're still in it. It's still just 2 rounds.
It's still such a close game.
3 ults and silence across the map. Again, all of that Sentinel utility towards B. This time, Aspas is back, is B though. Not left A.
Yeah, this is a trap setup this time around. They haven't really shown one yet.
But also note here the difference in where they're setting up their util. We talked so much about how 100 Thieves like to go in. They clear some of it out. That satchel intended to clear some of the troops that we've seen there or in the past. Yeah. So much of their utility is further into the site now, making it a little bit harder to deal with. When they commit to the site, that's when they'll know what's there.
It's a very smart adaptation. The problem is this reclear at B long is a little too late, so I think MIBR, they're going to have to concede the site here at A and play a retake with a flank coming in.
Which is honestly fine. They have the utility to do it. Yeah, they're going to drop one of their ults to delay a little bit longer. But the question is now, do they flood? Do they fully commit onto this? It seems like they're going to try. They still have 3 members backside, but Asuna goes unchecked. U-Haul's left open. And it's disaster for MIBR.
The fight back site, it's bloody murder.
They did everything right except for that box. That's what was left unchecked.
Yeah. Wait a second, though.
That's just one with a long way to go.
If anyone can do it, though, it's got to be Aspas.
The spike has been ticking for a while. That high-low on top of truck. There's just no shot.
Yeah, that was hopeful for sure.
And so 100 Thieves will get to series point after an 8-4 deficit at halftime.
You're so right, though. I feel like in 2 of the most important rounds, it's just been one person running out of that U-Haul area that's gotten 3 kills unchecked, unlooked at. First it was Cryo, now it's Asuna.
Artzine's ult, Aspas' ult.
Yeah, Aspas is trying to get into some action, but he's doing that little short play again, trying to take the 1v1 against Xander. He heard the footsteps on the drop right there.
Oh, he's ulting. He's gone. He gets the kill.
But it's traded.
1 for 1. Again, they're going into all of these trips. They're going into all of the sound sensors, and he somehow finds a way to get around all of it. And he's going to get the kill on Noswer.
Unreal. These trips are still up, Doug.
He's just Tom Cruising his way around all of it.
Mission impossible.
And now there are just 2 left. I mean, look at how much of it is still up.
Wait a second, though. Artzine, he snuck back sight.
Spike is left in a precarious position, but Artzine cannot convert. It's a 3K for EU, and it's a 2-0 sweep for 100 Thieves.
Resilience shown as well from 100 Thieves. The comeback in that half, they looked so dominant on the attacking side. Their Lotus was flawless. They look good, John.
They look good on attack, yeah. I mean, I think they had circles run around them on their defensive side of Bind, but other than that, I mean, it's hard to really point out much else. And I think, you know, it's funny, you come into this match, and at least for me, I had some certain thoughts around MIBR, and I thought the pieces were there. My biggest question was really on how Xander would do filling in for Bang. And I walk away from this series with those positions switched.
Yeah, he looks great.
100 Thieves look great. Xander filled in beautifully. He didn't really have to do much more than the team asked him for, and it worked. And honestly, I'm more surprised and have more questions on MIBR and what that looks like moving forward.
I do think, though, in MIBR's defense, they are a new team. We got to keep that in mind. 100 Thieves have had the same core for years.
And that chemistry matters. You're absolutely right.
Good addition. So I think, MIBR, you know, they lose this first match, but I think mid-season when you're going to see this team really bear fruit, and you're going to see a different type of level. I saw a lot of things from MIBR. Genuinely, a lot of changes that I saw on even this map of Vine that they kind of got washed away with against Fury a month ago. The Lotus comp, though, they might have to go back to the lab for that one. I don't have anything to say about that.
I mean, the thing about this kickoff tournament, though, is the runway is short.
Yeah.
The runway's real short. And for 100 Thieves, that's a big step towards Bangkok. Yeah, they're going to make a run. Yeah, you got to be able to beat some of these teams that are fringe or should be kind of punching up, kind of upper half or maybe even upper third of the league.
Yeah.
नहीं देता है लाइव में अगर तू राइट के जो लाइव है ना उसको लाइव शेयर कर रहा है तो नहीं देता है नहीं देगा
Aspas, Noswer, again, Artsy, and then the pieces are all there for MIBR to find success. I think, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. The runway's so short for MIBR. You're on last life.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Dreams of Bangkok already one step away.
अबे तुझे पता है तेरे टीम के अंदर मेरा बॉय जा रहा है लेकिन तेरा बॉय
to be excited about. Xander has filled in beautifully. You wouldn't really know that they had just undergone a roster change. We're going to throw it down to Riv on the stage behind me for the Verizon post-match interview.
All right, everybody, we're here with Asuna as we get prepared. We were just chatting it up before we're getting ready. Dude, we nerfed Neon, but you come out in the first map and you're looking absolutely crazy as you take your opponent down. What is it about your style of coming into the game? You look so good.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Neon for a while since it first released, so obviously I have the natural like play style for it. It fits. Okay. You know, I'm shaky, moving. Definitely a big movement player. And, you know, it works out nice with that agent. On top of it, my teammates, you know, they have insane util, and Neon's like an agent where it's very team dependent. So I'm grateful to have some of the best utility in the game that are supporting me and the best players. So it's very easy to, you know, showcase good skill when you're killing two people that are stunned.
Hell yeah. Looking at how long you have been in the NA scene, this is crazy. The longest standing member in NA on a team, October 2020, is when you joined 100 Thieves.
I have.
Throughout that time, your outlook on the game, your prep, your strategy, what to you kind of has changed the most there?
You know, it's crazy that I've been on this team for the longest. Yeah, I'm the youngest, so it always happens to be where I'm still like a young kid, I guess. You know, no matter what changes, my personality stays the same. And, you know, I just try to bring like a different kind of vibe than most people would expect in an esports team. You know, I think also Kel helps out a lot with that. Bustio, he's very good at, you know, bringing out people's, I guess, like funny side. You know, he's definitely way more laid back than most IGLs I've had. And I would say, yeah, you know, Tony's helped me a lot, you know, improve as a player and stuff like that. But
are you feeling more responsibility, or are they actually giving you the space to just do whatever you want to do?
I mean, the map pool is now more duelist heavy, so you know, it happens to be where I play more duelist, but the responsibility is still the same, whether you're playing Initiator, supporting Cryo, the best player in the world, or playing duelist and, you know, diving in there.
All right, a little loaded question for the last one. Since you've been there for 5 years, you've seen everything. Might this be the best iteration of the team you've seen so far?
Of course. We're about to play Sen, and we're going to be playing our ex-teammate Bang.
Yep.
And, I mean, that guy is bad, so this should be easy.
Okay. All right, Asuna, thank you so much. Congrats on the win. We still got more for the day. We're going to the desk. I believe we got Bustio there to chat it up with the analysts.
Thank you so much for that, Riv, and welcome to Match Point. That's right, we got a show now. We called it. Oh, do I have the bomb? welcome to Match Point. Explosion.
business
Nah, it didn't work.
Nope,
Damn it.
that's not
Oh, maybe next week. In any case, so folks, we're gonna basically just have a good time, talk to Busio, and ask him some questions about the off season, how things have been, and we're gonna play a little game. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. For now, though, Busio, congratulations on the win. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. That's a good win. I said in
I'd have lost myself long ago
MIBR is a very
if
good
I
team.
allowed myself
So
to
being
be
able
led
get
by
this
the
win
whispers
over,
of the
like, outside
abyss.
of friends, it's
Surviving
it's
is
good.
tough.
It's really good confidence for us.
Taming
Now, I
the
have to
beast
ask,
within
as someone who's followed
is
the
tougher.
How do I grow the hair that you have? Because you just grew this real quick, buddy. Where did this come from?
I mean, we lost like 6 months ago. I'm gonna be honest.
It's
like,
fair.
that might be like a you problem.
Honestly,
like from six months of growing.
It's a genetics problem. So I lost that battle. Come on, really? Anyway, Andrew, take it away from me, please.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, first of all, the comeback in that second game was sweet. But I do want to touch a little bit on, they were asking Austin about the Neon thing. Because you guys played 0 games of Neon in VCT last year when it was like really strong.
Yeah.
So first of all, why did we never see the Neon last year? And like, what's been like the change coming in to bring that out now?
Yeah, I think Neon pairs really well with Breach, and we played a lot of Gecko because Tony thought, or Zix really thought that Gecko was like super broken. So it kind of just never worked out where we could put Peter on Neon or Asuna. But Asuna, if you watch his streams, like he's insane at Neon. He's always been very good at Neon. So we could have played it. It just, I think Zix thought just the Gecko comp was better than like a Neon Breach or Neon KO, something like that.
That's fair. Do you also think like, because I was thinking about like other patch changes too, with like nerfs to Cypher, which was like really annoying for
Yeah, that's
players
big.
in the past. Like that's
for
another factor.
sure helps Neon. But yeah, the Neon did get nerfed a little bit, but like we tested it and it still is broken.
Yeah,
it's very good.
His pathing was really good today.
Yeah, he's amazing.
At a macro level, I just want to really hone in on your time with 100 Thieves now. You know, win a world championship, join the roster, don't find the success you necessarily wanted. I know you did, you had a great year, but I know you always want more.
Yeah.
But what were the learnings that you pulled away from last year to this year with the 100 Thieves organization specifically?
I mean, I would say like each year was kind of like a dream. Like I really wasn't like present in the moment because we were like one of the worst teams in the league. And randomly we just win and win second place at Masters, first at Champ. So I feel like I didn't learn that much as like a player. But over this past year on Under T, like you have to do a lot of problem solving and like really try to figure out how to win again.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like a good challenge. And now we forced it together, added Xander, who's amazing. So like this year, I think it's going to be an amazing year for us.
Awesome, man. All right, well, you said we had a game for you. All right, let's hope it works out. We got Mimi standing by over there to handle it. This game, we call it Stick It. That's right, Stick It. That's the name. We chose that one. We sat in a boardroom and we all decided Stick It was the name that we were going to roll with.
अबे मेरा voice जा रही
Here's how it
है.
works. You need to defuse the spike and get as close to 0 as possible. But first, you have to answer a trivia question, and the spike has just been planted. So, the question, before it detonates, the spike beat me blank amount of times. Go.
45.
Under.
40.
Oh, so higher.
45.
Higher than 45.
47.
Much
मैं
higher than
निकाल
47.
दूंगा इसको
Sorry. 68.
Higher.
78.
Higher.
98.
Surina and
95.
Lower.
93.
Arle
91.
Lower.
89.
Lower.
88.
Lower.
85.
Lower.
84.
Lower.
81.
Lower.
79.
Higher.
80.
Very good. Very good. Go.
अबे सूरीना के साथ 8
Close as possible, Busio. It's playing a backside. Can you find it? You're waiting.
Oh, I'm not even close.
Oh no.
That's a second and a half off.
Oof. You can't hear it. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard.
That's
tough.
fun.
That was fun. That's good.
That's why we made it.
Yeah, second and a half is pretty
So
close.
I just lose for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you're a
Everyone beats
loser.
me?
I mean, if you come back again, you want to come back on our brand new show, Match Point, so that you could play again?
You just got to keep winning games, and we'll invite you back.
We're gonna win.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna have a leaderboard come up in a little bit with Busio's DNF just right on the side. There. It's crazy because we had Ender do it first, and you kind of beefed it. But
Okay, so I had 0 audio. I diffused it with 1 second left. So I played it a little
it's hard.
safe.
I'm gonna be honest. I could not tell when it started speeding up.
and to be fair, I don't know anything, so I would have lost immediately. But guys, look, day 1 of kickoff is in the books. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our bracket, shall we? Because we got some results in, some big matches are going to be coming up in a little bit here. And these are the matches as they're set. So you boys are going to be playing against Sentinels. Moving forward from that, you have Crew versus Loud, which is going to be a dynamic game. And then, of course, we still have NRG versus C9 and 2G making their debut against Furia, which will be happening tomorrow, I believe. So, thoughts on Sentinels, man?
Bang's gonna regret his decision. It's gonna be good. No, it's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to make him go to lower bracket. It's gonna be amazing.
Were you taken aback when he decided to?
No, I mean, if Sen offers you, you might as well go. Like,
yeah.
You make the most money, you're more famous, you might as well.
Yeah, no, it's
totally
fun. But I do. But you know what though? I hear it in your voice. A little bit of like.
No, I'm gonna destroy him. I'm definitely gonna destroy him.
Okay.
I hope he regrets it so bad.
I love this.
I cannot wait.
I love it. All right, this is our stick it game where.
Why you gotta show the replay,
That's
guys?
just messed up. That's just messed up.
Hey, you won today, so we could at least.
That's true. No,
you know,
for sure.
take the L somewhere. Now let's go ahead and see the leaderboard. Where Ender ended up, as a matter of fact.
I don't think they put me on the leaderboard.
Did they not?
No.
No?
Because I was ashamed because I was like, I can do so much better if I have real audio.
Yeah.
But maybe having no audio was actually the hack.
I actually really like that the audio is so jank that no one's going to be able to get this right.
Who was the other player that did it?
No one else. You were the first one.
Oh, okay.
You
That's
made
awesome.
history.
I'm glad I failed then.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's funny because I was trying to think of ways to make it harder, like, oh, you have to send Wingman out and like change the distance he's traveling from, but it's hard enough
still
as
hard.
is.
It's still hard, yeah.
I did want to ask you one thing though. I know for the year you guys want to go really far, win the whole dang thing.
Yeah.
But now that you've been on this team for 2 years here, or this will be your second year. You know, I know last year I asked you the question. You were confident, typical Lucio. This year, I feel like
One certainly could.
Honed in. Feel like this squad to go all the way.
Well, we're definitely going to be very good. I think we'll be one of the better teams in NA again. I think
इस आएगा वो graphic.
more internationals. I feel like
कल जो आया था ना?
we definitely kind of got not unlucky. We played really bad at the
ये
end of
भाई
last year,
ये देख graphic.
yeah, I think we're a lot better this year, to be honest. We had like a whole year together, and we're looking very good in scrims. And in that match, we looked amazing. So I'm ready.
I think there's got to be a big advantage to sticking together for, I mean, 4 players and the coach. Like, most other teams are making pretty drastic changes.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I think it's very important because, like, if you looked at the EG or me, John, Com, we're teammates for like 2 years before 2023. So I think it's like a huge deal to all stay together.
Yeah, now as we get ready for the rest of the year and what is to come here, any teams in particular, now that you guys are in this, in the flow, that you're like really eager to play against outside of Sen? Well, now Sen, yeah.
No, this is my, like, the person I wanted to, that's awesome.
Hey, you're number 1 though.
That's awesome.
That's got to count for something.
I didn't know we were running the graphic.
That's good.
That's even better.
But yeah, definitely Sen, so I'm excited I get to play them next. And then definitely NRG. I love beating Ethan. And I want him to keep losing because if he loses this year with this team, then that just means like I made his career in 2023.
What do you make of Jog on G2?
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be insane. I hope they're terrible. Like, I hope something, like, they just don't mesh. But they're amazing. Like, they are going to be very good. I'm excited to watch them play.
Hey, man, Boosie, always a pleasure to have you here,
buddy.
brother. Thank you so much for your time. And
No
Mimi as well. And to the entire crew, we thank you so much for joining us for day 1 of Kickoff 2025. And we have so much more in store for you beautiful people. But for now, I leave you with this. Our Samsung SSD, fast replay. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
The Riot Games Arena.